What's up, guys? Abstract Tiger Productions here. I am Chris,
I am Drew.
and we are back with the last of we. As opposed to last week, it was just the last of me. Anyways, that was a horrible pun. Bad.
No, but it was a good carryover from the previous episode, which I
Episode 4 with the pun book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie's pun book. Yeah, so. But last time we had the kind of wrap up / conclusion, sort of, with KC, Kansas City.
Yep. Our Killa City, as Henry called it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's actually a nickname for Kansas City.
No, it's not.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like
No.
a Tech 9 reference or something.
No,
I know
it's
like their favorite son.
All I got to say is that at the very end, it's not going to be around for very much longer.
Oh,
because of
well, the city will still be around.
Well, yes, the buildings and whatnot will be there, but the free people, not so much anymore. Yeah. Especially since I just started calling her Kathy because I couldn't tell with Kathleen or Catherine or Kathleen, whatever.
I think
Kathy.
Yeah. I had both written down and I circled it for episode 4. So I would know.
Yeah. Since she took, I think, majority of all the people who protect who's her protective forces now, I guess.
Yeah.
With them, and they got massacred.
Yeah, she took the entire army to hunt.
Yeah.
4 people. 4 people.
And that is
2 of them are kids.
And that is the price of letting revenge being your only focus in life.
Not revenge, justice.
That's, well...
She was seeking justice.
That was not
because forgiveness
justice.
is not the way. Yeah. Okay.
At least not her way. It is, so, yeah. Yeah. And... I just kind of, because it was, ironically, well, I say ironically, maybe it was just the one Sunday after or something like that. After the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
two different realities.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Considering that in show it's 2023 and in real life at the recording time it was real life. 2023. Completely different.
Yeah, but they're like October of 2023.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because Bill and Frank died on August 29th.
Yeah, well, we don't know how long.
Yeah, August 29th, and then they said it had been a couple weeks. And then... Okay, so maybe September.
Maybe September,
yeah. It's the kind of weather for a light jacket.
Yeah. But, yeah, we had kind of like... Henry with his little brother Sam, who was deaf, which I don't remember if he was deaf in the game or not. I don't remember that part. But...
No, from what I understand, that was something that Craig Mazin wanted to do because he wanted to make that codependency make more sense.
Yes.
When related to the screen. Yeah,
which it worked very well.
It worked very, very well.
Yes.
And that actor who is, I don't believe the actor who played Sam is actually hearing impaired.
No. I don't know.
But he played that amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where that kid goes with his career.
Right. Yeah. And they finally actually used the term clicker in canon.
I got that clicker call out.
Yes. A little bit of backstory about what happened in KC. 15 years ago, the Fedra drove all the infected underground, sealed them there, and supposedly, as of 3 years ago, they would have been all cleared out.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
Because the infected can't wear a mask.
I'm not going to dignify that. Okay. What was it? What was this? Oh, yeah. It's like, I put here, nice to have 7 Ellie being just kids.
Oh yeah, I loved it when they were looking at the comic books.
Yeah, looking at the comic books, and they were in the underground housing place with the soccer field drawn on the wall.
Yeah. That's where they were looking at the comics too.
Yeah.
Just that little. I keep calling it the Fallout daycare, but I don't know what else.
Fallout daycare, yeah.
Because the big rainbow painting.
That's the
and
new one
and all
from
this stuff.
Bethesda coming out. Fallout daycare. Nia.
It's just like, what was it, Fallout 3, where you start as a toddler and you have to learn everything as a kid first before you can actually go outside the vault.
Jeez,
I think that was 3. It might have been 4. Comments, let me know.
Here's something that is really going to blow your mind. I have never played a Fallout game.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a PlayStation 4.
Yes.
It is on PlayStation Plus. Like,
I don't.
4 of them are.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the paid PlayStation Plus. I don't think I do. I don't know. Though I did
have PlayStation Plus.
I did buy in the interim. I did buy the second Horizon game. Horizon
Tall Boys. Making a callback.
Yes. Tall long.
If you
tall
watch
necks.
the videos on this channel, I thought they were called Tall Boys.
Tall necks.
Oh, Tall Necks. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you called them Tall Boys in the video. But if you watch this channel, you'll understand that reference. If not, what are you doing? Go look at our other stuff.
Yes.
Bad
Batch.
I can even tell you what episode that was.
And Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby.
Yeah, I was made to Kathy is cold. She basically came up and basically said that, just kids die. That's what they're supposed to do, or whatever.
Yes.
It's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And
have
then
you ever thought Sam was supposed to die of leukemia?
And ironically, she gets killed by an infected
child clicker.
kid.
It was a child clicker that looked like she was like 4 or 5.
It looked. I was watching somebody who compared that one to like the little girl from that one Sia movie, a music video.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
So apparently, I have not seen the video myself, but
I've watched it. They're just kind of like, okay, that's weird, but all right.
Well,
Shia LaBeouf, but
yeah. So how I told you that Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann do like an after show for each episode of Last of Us?
Yes.
They actually included the audition footage for the little girl. She is like an Exorcist style contortionist. Ugh. And that's how she was able to do those flips and gymnastics and all that stuff. Yeah. I have not seen the video myself because I made the bad decision to go watch Megan in theaters, and so I'm scared of contortionists now.
Well,
I've seen a lot of movies in theaters lately.
Yeah.
Whew. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh no.
That was a ride, I'll tell you that. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Last of Us.
We're not. That sounds like a movie that should be like a spoof. Like something.
It is a spoof.
Like something you'd seen off of like SNL.
Okay.
No, not like an actual horror movie.
But get this.
I don't want it.
It cost $100,000 to make.
That's
just a few cheap actors in England filming in the woods. Okay. Worldwide, it's made $10 million. That is a great ROI. To the point that there's already a sequel and a spin-off being made, and the next thing that the guy wants to tackle is Teletubbies.
Oh. I was going to say Sharknado.
I love Sharknado. I watched every single one of them.
Nope.
But yeah, Teletubbies is going to be the next one that's horrified.
More than they already are. Anyways, moving on from that. Basically, we had an escape plan. We followed it. It was about 95% successful until there was the old man and the sniper.
Yep, the sniper at the house at the end of the street. Which, that totally gave me, the house at the end of the street. That's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
It's a horror movie.
I don't watch horror movies.
Well, it's more of a thriller.
Okay. I don't really watch thrillers either. Unless it's the Michael Jackson one. You can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah, but the problem is, a lot of mine get edited out. You keep your jokes in. Because you're the editor and the boss, and you get to do that. I'm the flake that can't keep to a schedule. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And it all ended up in a big fireball with a truck crashing into a house. And basically...
the bulldozer that said run.
Yes, infected coming out of the ground like ants, angry ants.
Angry ants.
And that's
they're like hippos, but smaller.
And then, Kathleen's dead. Perry's dead.
Perry got his head ripped off.
Yes.
By a bloater.
Which, that's still, yes, that's what they called it, but that's not what I associated with. It looks more like the Charger from Left 4 Dead.
I don't know what that is either.
Okay, well, those of you who have played Left 4 Dead, you know what I'm talking about. It's big muscle guy, charges at you, picks you up, slams you around, rips you in half.
So...
You see, if that bloater, with intel from what I remember from the game, it's big, it's bloated, and it blows up and shoots spores all over you.
I think this one they just made it like a Hulk because they're not doing spores.
Yeah.
They're doing cordyceps. So my question is, and I wanted to ask you specifically, because you said you've watched gameplay videos and walkthrough videos.
Right.
Where people have played the game multiple times. Is there anything beyond a Class 4 infected?
I have no idea.
Because that's what a bloater is Class 4. So if all of them have a classification, is that the highest? Is that the worst it gets?
You know, I really don't know. I don't. Whenever it's been a while since I've watched anything related to that, and I don't really remember too much about the quote classifications that were about the infected.
Because I know Class 1 is first 6 hours a bite. Class 2 is a runner. Or screamer, depending on where you're at. Class 3 is a clicker, and Class 4 is a bloater.
I don't know.
But I don't know beyond that.
It's like Pacific Rim. We haven't even introduced to it yet. It's our first Class 5!
I rented both of those.
Oh, boy.
From the library. Yeah, I went to the library and got a few DVDs.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, so I made sure to get both Pacific Rims because Robin and the kids have not seen them. And I think Aiden would get a kick out of it.
The first one was great. The second one was alright, but not as good.
I liked the second one.
The second one was okay. It had a little bit... But
I would have appreciated it, and this is just me personally, I would have appreciated if John Boyega was his own character and not Idris Elba's son. Yeah. I understand that's how they introduced him, but then it was like, everyone was like, you're not as good as your dad. And that was like the storyline all through the movie.
Yeah, and
your dad's a hero. What are you doing with your life? I just...
They killed off one of everybody's favorite character. Mako.
Yes. Yeah, they did.
Sad. Just like they killed off Sam. Because he got bit during the fray.
Nice segue back to the show. That was good.
Trying to keep it on task. Trying. Trying.
You brought up Pacific Rim!
That's true, yes. That's why I threw the trying into there. And Ellie... I figured she didn't really think it was going to work, but I think she just did it just to make him feel better or keep him at ease or whatever.
No, I think she actually thought it was going to work. She just doesn't understand that, yes, her blood is medicine, but it has to be synthesized because...
That's the other option that it is.
Because
she didn't really understand. Yeah. And
she turned cold. She's like...
Yeah.
Wipes one tear away.
Well... She saw an 8-year-old get shot in the head and then witnessed a suicide.
Yeah. Which she hasn't seen.
No, she hasn't seen that yet.
Other than her shooting the dude in the back, she hasn't witnessed any kind of violence like that because all she saw was... I almost called him Pedro. Joel punching the Fedra guard. A bunch of infected getting shot.
Yeah, and then
but
the little
human to human fighting, she was told to go behind the wall.
For the most of it, yes. And then until she wandered out and shot the guy in the spine.
But that's what I'm saying. But she hasn't seen anyone actually die.
Right. Well, I guess one could say she did with Riley, which they have not got to in the show yet. But that's the only person I would say.
But see, I thought that I don't consider Riley as... Okay, so...
I would imagine...
If they do it the way that I think they're going to do it, they're going to deviate from the show a little bit and have Riley... Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And have Riley start turning like Sam did. So that way it's not that humanity.
Well, from the game, Riley was turned.
Oh, she was completely turned?
She was turning.
See, I was under the impression that she was bit and she got shot by a Fedra agent.
I don't think so.
Like she hadn't started turning yet.
I could be completely wrong. From what I remember, Ellie had to kill Riley because she turned, and obviously Ellie did not.
Okay, see, I
because
didn't know that Ellie was the one that killed her.
Yeah, they were still in the mall when that happened.
Right.
That, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. That's what the comments are for. If I'm right, yay. If I'm not, I stand corrected.
As we've seen before, once someone lets him know or he figures it out, it'll be right here.
Yeah.
Pork.
Pork. All right. Well, let's get ready for this episode. Are we ready? Are you ready? I mean, unless there's something else that you want to, and then...
All I know is they got a long walk to Wyoming.
Yes.
They got a long walk. Because if they're on the outskirts of Kansas City...
Fortunately, Joel's boots are made for walking.
We're also using HBO Fast Travel. Just like Season 7 and Season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oof.
That fast travel's ridiculous. They're about to cover 3 states in like a 1-hour episode. Just by walking. Unless they confiscate another car. But good luck finding one that works at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there would be other people who did what Bill did, but I'm sure it's very far and few between.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, but then again, we are talking about Kansas and Nebraska. There's a lot of preppers there. Because that's where all the missile silos are. Well, that's where all the missile silos are.
And Kern. There's a lot of Kern there. Sorry. All right, let's get into the episode.
I have never agreed with you more.
Oh. Okay. Is Ellie having dreams? This is...
They're in the Rocky Mountains.
3 months later.
What? Okay, well, that explains HBO Fast Travel is not fast travel.
It's time travel. And it's ironic because this morning on the way to work, my phone went nuts, and my mom sent me a bunch of snow pictures of their place up in South Dakota.
Oh, nice.
It's like, all right.
Why did you shoot him?
The gun's all the way over there. You didn't hurt me, by the way.
Yeah, I got eyes.
I got eyes.
You made him soup?
Yeah, I did.
You made him soup.
I'm looking for my brother.
Well, I ain't seen him.
I haven't told you what he looks like.
Look anything like you?
It?
Then I ain't seen him.
No.
Can I get him down? No.
Oh, wow.
What did I just say?
Joe, come on, there's like 1,000.
Who's this little psycho?
Never mind her.
Wow.
I need you to tell us where we are.
You got a map. Why you lost?
Must have missed all the street signs.
Well, you found a great place to hide, I guess.
Hide. Came here before you were born, Sonny. Get the hell away from everybody.
I didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
Listen, I didn't mean to upset you about your brother, but if you've come this far, then you know what's out there. You seen Cody?
Yeah, I got close enough. The scrolling would infect it.
Laramie and Wind River Reservation. Anywhere people used to be.
They're at Wind
Can't
River.
go
That's
there
what I thought.
So you haven't
They
been
were
in
at Wind River. They got took over.
What about the
Oh,
fire-
gotcha.
Infected.
We
Okay.
took those in the summer.
Not the bugs, the people.
There are firefly people?
You got any advice on the best way west?
Yeah. Go east.
Hmm.
Don't go past the river here. Ever.
Ever.
It's past the river.
Death. We never seen who's out there, but we see the bodies they leave behind. Some infected, some not. If your brother's west of the river, he's gone.
Alright, so let's go and find Tommy and the fireflies. It's gonna be easy. All we have to do is cross the river of death.
Okay. All right.
Can I have some?
No.
What, just to warm up?
She's probably gonna spit it out. It's probably water.
Coffee.
Still gross.
Still gross.
Still gross.
It's never been an option. Maybe an old farmhouse, some land, a ranch,
Cool. What kind?
sheep.
Sheep.
I would raise sheep.
Huh.
They're quiet.
no,
Do what they're told.
no,
Yeah,
they
okay.
don't. They're not quiet.
So, just you and a bunch of sheep. Romantic. Still mumbling in your sleep. I woke up early. You were passed out, so I took second watch.
You gotta wake me up if that happens. You can't do things like this.
But I can. Because I just did.
I'm responsible for you, okay?
Then don't fall asleep. I was quiet. I checked my sticks. I looked for tracks. I found the high ground. And I kept watch.
So Ellie had the high ground. Ah.
What can I say, man? I'm a natural.
Me.
Don't underestimate her power.
Wake me up next time.
Yes, sir.
He sees so much of his daughter in her. It's ridiculous.
What is she doing?
I'm learning how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it sound like I know how to whistle?
Okay, it was like, what is she doing? Okay.
Seriously though, how the fuck do you do that?
I was like, did somebody get a radio?
Whatever. You should teach me how to hunt.
Huh.
Huh. She's a girl, she can't handle it.
Can handle the shooting. Not so sure about the dressing.
What's the dressing?
The part where you take the guts out.
Oh yeah. Why do they call it dressing? It's like, you should call it undressing.
Undressing. Oh no. Okay.
Get by me.
They're not infected on horseback.
We ain't looking for any trouble. We're just passing through. Drop the gun.
Oh no.
But she's not actually infected just because she's bit.
Yeah.
There's another panic attack.
Pet the doggy.
Yeah. He's like, alright. I'll take it. I think I'm showing him right.
Wow. This is
That's really cool.
elaborate. Nice.
There's your budget.
Snowman.
Now this is a QC. This is nice.
This is like something out of a John Wayne. Oh, okay.
fuck you doing? Come here to save you.
He did not look like that when he was Ghost Rider.
Aww.
Where do I know her from?
Ma'am, we're grateful for your hospitality and all. But it'd be nice to have a moment here, maybe just for family.
Well,
She is
it is
family.
family, actually.
Oh shit. Congrats.
Huh.
Joel, say congrats.
Joel, say congrats.
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 Working on raising some hogs, too. Once we get bacon, I mean, what's even left?
Bacon. Gotta have
Christmas
bacon.
trees and bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty decent setup.
So how's Tess?
Oh.
She's fine. All right.
Liar.
Good then. And the kid?
Oh, yeah. She's the daughter of some firefly muckety-muck. Trying to find her family somewhere out here. I was heading in this direction, so
Really? Goodness to your heart.
there's a payment. So you know where they might be, these fireflies?
Well, they got a base down at the University of Eastern Colorado. It's a week's ride south.
I'm across the street. Okay. Kevin, it's Sarah. Oh.
Oh, wow.
But useful. Who's been cutting your hair?
World-class salons.
Let me get my scissors.
Oh, whoa, no,
Trim. That's all. Just the ends. Promise.
So it was just like your job back then or something?
No, I was an assistant district attorney out of Omaha, Nebraska.
Huh.
I put bad guys in jail.
Cool, I guess.
I always liked doing hair, though. Maybe it was a mom thing. You were looking at the little memorial Tommy made?
Yeah. I'm sorry about your kids.
It's okay. And kid, just Kevin. Sarah was Joel's daughter.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay.
He's trying to resole his boots.
Mm-hmm.
I said I might find you here. Did I save you the trouble?
She's immune.
What?
Ellie.
Oh
She
boy.
got infected, but she didn't get sick. Tommy. Tommy. I saw her get bit myself. That was months ago. Months. She's immune. It was Marlene. She hired us to smuggle her to some fireflies. It went bad. Tess got bit.
Oh.
She made me swear to take the kid. It was her dying wish. What the hell was I supposed to do? We made it as far as KC, and then, she saved my life there from another kid. 5 years ago, I would have destroyed him. But she had to shoot him to save me, 14 years old, because I was too slow. I saw a man kill his own brother to save her while I just watched. And today I thought that dog was going to tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there. I couldn't move. Couldn't think of anything to say. I was so afraid. You think I can still handle things, but no matter what was, I'm weak. Maybe there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere and My heart feels like it stopped. And I have dreams. Every night.
What kind of dreams?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just know that when I wake up, I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep. That's all I do. That's all I've ever done. Is fail. Again.
You want me to take her?
I'm just gonna get her killed. I know it. I know it. And I have to leave her. Joe, I mean, it's why you took off on me, right? To make up for the things we did. Well, here's your chance to bring your kid into a better world. You're younger than me. You're still strong. You said it yourself. You'll come back. You have to take her.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
Listen,
Why are you here?
I came here to talk to you.
No, why are you still here? If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me.
What exactly did you hear?
I have to leave her, you have to take her. You know, I stood up for you today because I thought...
He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know.
Oh.
Maria told me about Sarah.
No.
Oh. Don't push the Sarah button.
Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I've lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left. Everybody except for you. So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. Now come dawn, we're going our separate ways.
He's having flashbacks to a Christmas with Sarah. I think she was secretly hoping.
I misread that really big collar as a giant bow tie when he walked in.
You can maybe say goodbye or something?
No. I came here to steal one of these horses and go. I gave you one. No. Anyway, that was 30 minutes ago, and I guess you deserve a choice. Still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
That was great.
Instant.
Let's go, not dad.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Because Maria took mine.
I already said yes, Joe.
Adios, big brother.
Oh.
Teaching her how to shoot.
Wide right. You're flinching.
The target's too small.
I made it bigger than I should have. Eject the cartridge.
I'm not flinching.
Mm-hmm.
Rifle just sucks.
Okay, give it.
All right, give it.
You'll see.
You'll see.
Deep breath in, slow breath out. You squeeze the trigger like you love it. Gentle, steady, nice and slow.
You're gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant?
What the?
It doesn't work. It doesn't aim right. You dick. Was that how things used to be?
No, the country's too big for that.
Yeah.
Back then, there were basically two main ways of looking at things. Some people wanted to own everything, and some people didn't want anyone to own anything at all.
Which one were you?
Neither, I just did my job.
Yeah.
Which was building?
That's right.
Yeah.
Houses, stores, that kind of thing.
He's a contractor.
We were called contractors.
There we go.
Hey.
The contractor. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were cool. Everybody loved contractors.
Oh, that's funny.
Except when they bring in the wrong size and you can't paint because of it. Which is what started this whole mess.
Right. It's called a turnover.
But if you make it to 10 yards, then you're back to first down?
Yep.
Okay, he's explaining football.
Football, yes.
Hand egg.
In one direction.
Basically. But violent.
Oh, well, there's that.
Now talk about fumbles.
How about
That'll
that?
really confuse her.
Made it in 5 days.
Easy days.
To
I
high,
know what time
Interstate
it is.
25.
Still time to find out.
Still time to find out.
Oh, with the big horns. What does that mean?
Team mascot. It's kind of sheep.
Oh, see? One step closer to your dream.
So I've been thinking. I don't want a sheep ranch, actually. I mean, if the deal is I can do anything.
That's the deal.
Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer.
Huh?
Why is that funny?
You gotta sing something now.
No,
Come on
No.
now, not gonna laugh.
you're already laughing.
Yeah, okay, true. Well, you're singing for me later. I'm gonna save the f***ing world, man. That's the least you can do for me. Are those monkeys?
Must be from the old labs.
Look at them go.
First time
They're not
seeing a
infected monkeys, are they?
First time seeing a monkey.
Yep. Another monkey. Uh-oh. Oh.
Here we go. There are definitely doctors here.
But where did they go?
There's a packing list. Something you make before moving.
They just left.
Uh-oh.
Monkeys?
No.
Monkeys?
I'm wondering if monkeys can get infected.
I don't know. Monkey. Monkeys. Yep.
Not infected, though.
Well, at least it ain't clickers.
Yeah, no fireflies either. Maybe in all that research they turned into fucking monkeys.
Map. Okay.
Oh, don't tell me they went to California or something.
That's where they went.
Well, the pins lead there.
Salt Lake
Maybe
City?
Better weather, better facilities. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Raiders?
Possibly.
At the back.
Oh! Oh!
Put the gun down before you
Ouch.
shoot Joel!
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh! Jeez, okay.
Oh!
Oh, come off it. Don't pull it out!
No,
Don't pull
no,
it out!
no, no! You're
The worst thing you can
do. No. Oh.
They're not
That's good. I don't know how they would follow you.
No, 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 no.
Oh.
Joel? Joel? Joel, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Joel, you gotta get up. I can't fucking do this without you. Joel.
And this is where it's going to end.
But Joel's not dead, obviously.
No. This was very light on the action.
Yeah,
it was
that was
just really more of a
fourth gunshot we heard in the whole episode.
It was just more of a, I guess, an emotional piece. I guess you could say a personal.
A lot of them have been that way.
Yeah. Just like Joel reconnecting with Tommy.
Yeah.
And them kind of sort of reconciling and whatnot. And then, so Joel's going to be an uncle.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. I
mean, as of right now, he's bleeding out in the middle of the snow.
Well, yes, but still, referring to Tommy and his wife, Maria.
Yes.
They're pregnant.
Yes.
So, and she was a DA. What?
While you're talking, I'm going to look that up real quick. It's been driving me nuts who Maria is.
Oh, okay. You know what? I can probably look.
Oh, she was Rutina Wesley.
Huh?
She was Rutina Wesley.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Now I know where I know her from. She was Tara in True Blood.
Okay, never seen True Blood, so.
Sookie's best friend.
That
no.
still
I'm
means
just
absolutely nothing to me.
She was a main player in the whole show.
Okay.
I didn't realize who that was. I was like, I can see her in my head.
Yeah.
But I was picturing her in a Matrix kind of a thing, but when they're awake from the Matrix and in post-apocalyptic clothing kind of a thing.
Okay.
So I might be thinking of something else. She was in DMZ as well, which is another HBO Max. That's a DC property that wasn't canon to the Arrowverse. Rosario Dawson was the star.
Huh.
But yeah.
Yeah. So we had basically a real confrontation between, with Joel truly facing what happened to Sarah.
Yeah.
And obviously Ellie is the one who did it because she was the one who brought it up. She learned who that Joel had a daughter before. And just that explains a lot. Yes, it does. But
I chuckled at my note when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
It was. I thought it was good. You just shook your head I can't believe you wasted my time.
Well, it was the wrong time. It was an emotional scene.
Well, now
that was happening.
We don't talk about Sarah. No.
Geez.
If I had a singing voice, I would do it in tune, but I don't.
Emma's hot barista. No. That was funny.
I have no idea what movie that was.
I don't know either. I have no idea. I'm sure somebody out there will probably one of the other reactors. Well, probably is oh, hey, this is this movie. Okay.
Well, I know it's a 90s rom-com. I could tell by the cinematography of it. But beyond that, I have no idea.
The 2 seconds that was on the screen? Okay. Wow, you
can tell a 90s rom-com just by the way it's shot.
Okay. Sure.
Do you disagree?
Yeah, I guess I don't have enough experience with rom-coms because that's not really my thing.
I'm married. It's my thing.
Yeah, well...
Even though Robin doesn't like rom-coms, so I'm usually showing them to her.
All right.
So,
So Maria was a DA.
an ADA, yeah.
ADA
In Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And had a kid named Kevin.
Considering she does not look that old. So to
Well,
subtract 20 years.
Yeah, neither does Tommy, and Joel made mention of that. What I guess kind of goes to show how much the guilt and everything that Joel's been carrying around just kind of aged him so much.
Yeah, because Outbreak Day was his 38th birthday?
36th.
36th.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was 38th for some reason.
Yeah, 38th.
Okay, and there's a...
Almost in diapers.
Did he say 8 year? Did he say 8 year gap between him and Tommy? When he was telling Ellie about Tommy? I want to say they said 8 year gap.
I don't remember. I just know that he mentioned that he was younger, but I don't know.
I thought it specifically said an age gap. Because it was talking about he was a joiner and he joined the army.
Possibly.
And, yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
He said there was an age gap.
That was a couple of episodes ago, and a lot has happened between them.
I didn't write it down.
So we had, we made it to Jackson. That's the only name of the town that I could figure out that they called it. Here in Wyoming somewhere. Despite being warned by a couple of people, don't go west.
Oh,
what's the safest way of going west? Go east. All right. You made them some soup? Yeah.
Yeah, go east. That way you can avoid the river. So
yeah.
They wanted him to basically backtrack to avoid the river completely.
Or just not go any farther west at all, ever. I mean, that's what I got out of that.
I'm going to assume that the husband and wife were not actually husband and wife, but they played off each other so well.
Yeah. I don't know.
I loved them. They were adorable.
Yes, they were. And I recognized the guy. He's played.
Oh, I recognize him too.
I recognize the only thing that I recognize him from was from. Well, he's had a bunch of like cameos and stuff like that in different shows and stuff like that. But the other one thing he played, he was in The Green Mile. He played the Native American that gets killed at the beginning of the movie, or put on, if I remember right.
The first person they tested the chair for? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been in other things.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of other things. I also recognize him from Defiant, the sci-fi show. I've only seen maybe a couple of episodes, but he was in there prominently.
Was he in Eureka as well?
I don't know.
Did you watch Eureka?
I did watch Eureka. It's been a long time.
Eureka's a really good show. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yes.
It ran for what, 4 seasons?
I think, or 5. I can't remember.
That was me and my mom's jam. Oh, it was so good.
I've seen the collection at Walmart, and it's been like, ooh, I want to.
Does my wallet like me today? No.
No, it does not.
Oh my gosh! I'm trying to think where I know him from because he always plays, and I'm not saying it's typecasted. It's inclusion. It's using Native Americans to play Native Americans. Yeah. But he always plays like a tribe chief or like
something like
a police officer on a reservation. I want to say he was in the movie Wind River with Jeremy Renner.
I never saw that movie.
Oh, it's really good. It's getting a sequel.
Not with Jeremy Renner, unfortunately, unless they.
It was Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, if I remember right. It's a really good movie.
Well, considering the accident with Jeremy Renner, but
yeah. So the context is he's a tracker and she's an FBI agent investigating a missing persons case. It's really good.
Yeah. So
I had to reread
they're a nice little town around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so I need to write that.
Joel had a little bit of a flashback with, I think it was Sarah, putting like ornaments on a tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and then I like I mean, I think if I remember right, that some of the dialogue is straight from the game at this point, with the conversation that Joel and Ellie had in her room. Because I recognize the line is like, "Is this all that they had to worry about was boys and what shirt goes with a skirt and that sort of thing?" And then she goes kind of off, and then she really put. I mean, he needed it.
Yeah,
because he's been in this. What would you call it? Funk? No, not a funk.
He's been struggling.
Been worse than a funk.
Without Tess, he had no one to ground him anymore. No. Now Ellie's having to become that person.
But Ellie had to basically confront us like, I'm not her.
Yeah.
No, Sarah was not that foul-mouthed.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Did you notice that when they showed the kids' memorial, the chalkboard? Kevin died before the outbreak. So like it had the birth to death date.
Yeah.
The death date was like a year before outbreak day.
Yeah.
He died in like 2001 or 2002 if I saw it right. Unless I just can't read their handwriting. But yeah. And then obviously hers was...
I'll clarify it down here.
And then obviously where hers was August 26th. When
it was September 23rd.
Was it September 23rd?
It was September. I know that.
Yeah. Okay.
September 24th.
September 24th is Outbreak Day?
Yep. September 20... Well, at least in... excuse me.
The Bill and Frank episode?
Yeah, or, well...
Okay, I've got September 30th, 2003.
It was September 26th, 2003, because Jakarta happened 2 days before.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Bill and Frank started September 30th.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
See, I just have Mass Grave, September 30th, 2003, and then the time jump to 2007.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, yeah.
But now, after this episode, we're officially going to transition into 2024.
It's going to jump ahead again.
There's going to be a time to heal up so they can keep going.
Kind of, sort of heal up, yeah. And I have a feeling if they follow the game plotline, which I think they kind of are just a little bit, we will actually get the real Troy Baker cameo.
See, I thought that the Troy Baker cameo was going to be in this episode.
It sounded so much like him.
So much.
But he may have but they didn't have him in the credits as a voice or anything.
That's why I'm curious. And I haven't seen Ashley either.
No.
Because Ashley's supposed to have a cameo too.
I know who she's supposed to play, and as of yet, they haven't had that.
Is she supposed to be in season 1 or season 2?
Season 1.
Oh, okay.
That I'm aware of.
Because I know, incidentally, from looking at IMDb just now, when I was looking for who played Maria, I saw what the theme is of next week's episode.
I did not. Okay, well, we'll wait on that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say. I was just saying I incidentally saw it. So.
Yeah. And Joel wanted to raise sheep for a while.
Yeah. And then everywhere they went, there was sheep. And she wouldn't shut up about sheep.
Hey, Joel, you're close to your sheep.
You're another step closer to realizing your dream.
Yeah. It would be kind of weird growing up in a world like this and not in understanding what like university life would be like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
and her awe at Contractor, which is like the most. And no offense to contractors or anything like that. I'm saying, looking at it from her perspective, the most basic manual labor job that you can go out there and do is build houses. And she's like, that is so cool.
Yes. Yes, everybody loves...
That's the kind of awe that people need to have for manual labor.
Yes.
Remember the people who paint the lines on the road. They're not always in the way.
No. And I just like Joel's. Yeah, everybody loved contractors. Like, okay. Meta
How far behind were you on your mortgage, my friend?
Oh, boy.
Oh, it would have sucked if they didn't have mortgage, if it was a rent property. But then they don't have, property managers or landowners anymore.
No. No HOAs in the apocalypse.
Oh, good thing. I was saying, good thing about 2003, they didn't have to go through the 2008 housing
crash.
crisis.
Yes. No, that would have been a great time to scoop up a guy's house at that time. Oh well.
Who would you buy it from?
Anybody who would.
At this point, it's squatters' rights.
Yes.
You stay there for 30 days with the electricity on, and you're good.
Yeah. The other.
Good luck not dying.
The other thing is, I don't know. This is just a weird thing that kind of popped in my head.
Oh yeah. That's always fun.
In 2003, I'm trying to think. In 2003, we had the second shuttle disaster over Texas, the Columbia.
Okay.
Would that have happened? Or would they have stayed up on the ISS if the shuttle mission had have gone forward? I don't remember
that's
exactly.
a really good thing. What happens if you're stuck on a space station? Oh. I mean, she did say she wants to be an astronaut, which I don't know if that's from the game or not.
I don't know. It could have changed.
That's wild.
Yeah. Now, I know that there is an anime, and I would actually like to do a reaction with you.
A Last of Us anime?
No.
Oh.
Different. It does deal with something very similar to that in, like, the first season.
Okay.
There's an apocalyptic event. Things happen. It's called Dr. Stone, is the anime.
I've heard of this.
Yeah. And it was actually really, really highly praised because a lot of the things that they showcased in the anime was actual real world practical things. Now, some of the other later stuff that they got into, they had to cheat around a little bit because...
Somebody gets superpowers?
No.
Oh.
Things would have taken a whole lot longer.
Oh, gotcha.
And how, to get the actual natural resources to do that would have been a lot more time consuming. And some of the manufacturing processes, they had to fudge a little bit. But
no metal bending?
I had nothing like that. It was real, like, actual normal people.
Okay.
And this one guy, he was, like, probably the smartest guy you'd ever encounter. Very scientific minded. Basically, this apocalyptic event happens. Fast forward 5,000, a little over 5,000 years in the future. He wakes up out of being petrified.
Okay.
And he's basically wants to rebuild society.
Okay.
And some of the things that he does, survival-wise, is extremely practical. But it also holds his... I think it was his stepdad. It wasn't his, because they made mention as, like, he may not be because the dad made a mention, he may not be my blood son, but I treat him like a son.
Right.
So, I think it was his stepdad. His stepdad was an astronaut.
Okay.
And when the apocalyptic event happened on Earth, him and 5 other astronauts were stuck on the ISS.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a little arc that kind of deals with what they did.
Okay.
And to get back down to Earth.
Fascinating.
Safely. It was, yeah. So that's kind of, I don't know, because, I don't know why. Maybe because it's the 20th anniversary of not specifically today, but the year, 20th anniversary of the Columbia disaster.
Right.
And I remember and it really sticks in my mind because at the time, Star Trek Enterprise was on air and running. you know, the Enterprise, of course, was the first one.
Yeah, and that was the year they retired it, wasn't it?
No. The next ship of the line that they made, they named it Columbia in honor of the Columbia Space Shuttle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Basically, the Enterprise was the NX-01 USS Enterprise that was under command of Captain Jonathan Archer and whatnot. The next ship of the line that they had, the Starfleet produced, the showrunners named it the NX-01 Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So,
because I knew there was an actual an Enterprise, and I think at one point I had it on my Facebook as like my profile picture, which was the inauguration ceremony.
Yeah.
And I want to say that was 2001, 2002, somewhere around there.
No, that was way earlier than that.
Then that was the retirement ceremony. Is what I saw a picture of.
I mean, it was long. I mean, because the Enterprise, out of the starships, shuttle fleet that we had, was the only one not to ever go in space.
Right.
It was actually used for airframe testing.
Yep.
And stuff like that,
and I believe it's at the Smithsonian now, right?
Right. It's been
there's another space show that I've actually been wanting to talk to you about. I've only seen like the first half of the first episode.
Okay.
For All Mankind. Have you seen it / heard of it? Okay.
Okay.
It's on Apple TV. It's run for 4 seasons.
Okay.
And it just starts the show off with this one question. What happens to our history if the Russians beat Americans to the moon?
Oh, okay.
Like literally, the week before they're supposed to go on the Apollo 11 mission, a Russian comes on and has already stepped foot on the moon.
Oh.
And the whole show, each season jumps forward 10 years. And so season 4, which is the next one I believe, is going to be in the 90s. And all I ever hear on, you know, my shows that I always talk about on YouTube, that's the show that everyone's raving about. It's like the best TV show on right now. Last of Us is like the top drama, but For All Mankind is the best sci-fi. And so it's apparently really, really good. It's Joel Kinnaman as the star.
Okay. So basically, they found Sentinel Prime first. Oh,
good
sorry.
Callback. That was great. That was great.
Anyways.
Or, you know, the giant aliens from Independence Day Resurrection. Was it Resurrection?
Insurrection.
Resurgence.
Resurgence, yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
I was like, what's that
word?
Something.
Revengeance.
That's the animated spin-off. Oh, these names.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, I was referencing
Last of Us.
Yeah, Last of Us. Wait, well,
that
now
episode
I think,
was...
yeah. I think the next, you know, because they made it to Colorado, the University of...
And now they're going to Salt Lake,
now
but they've got a detour for medical care.
Yeah, because Joel got stabbed by a broken bat.
They're walking on a train track in the middle of snow with nothing around them. And yet somehow, some way, Ellie's going to find someone who can fix Joel up.
Well, I think she's probably going to try to do it herself.
That's not safe.
So...
Is she going to sanitize her hands with the snow?
I don't know. But...
At least Frankie used alcohol.
Yeah. But, you know, that was... I mean... She got to actually see monkeys.
Yes, and I really thought they were infected.
They're not...
I was just waiting for them to charge them.
Oh, I am kind of because there was
monkey clicker.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, go ahead.
There was a scene in the game that I was kind of really hoping that they'd get in touch with, but I think they kind of, in this interim, this 3-month time skip, they might have moved past that, and because there's a scene in the game where they're like going through some buildings, and there's like some more escaped animals from the zoo. A zoo, and they come across some giraffes
that are infected.
No.
Oh, I didn't know if animals can get infected.
Well, okay, it was kind of like I was going to say more of like a in the first Jurassic Park movie.
Gotcha.
It was
okay.
kind of like a little more lighthearted type, because Ellie had never been that close to it, and it was one of those.
Gotcha.
Didn't sneeze on her like it did, like the dinosaur did. The daughter, granddaughter from Jurassic Park, but it was one of those things that it was another little bonding moment.
Yeah,
I guess you could say between them. But I think at this point Joel has finally moved past Sarah, wondering what happened to her, and I mean, I don't know if he fully sees Ellie as a surrogate now, but he's definitely much more receptive, open, whatever.
Yeah.
Puts up with her a little bit more now.
Yeah, I see it more, not so much a surrogate, but he sees her as her own individual.
Yeah.
Instead of cargo.
Right.
Because before it was a nuisance.
Yeah.
Then it was cargo. Then it was
diarrhea.
No. Well, I was gonna say, wow. I was gonna say a means to an end because
Yes.
the whole thing was get her Tommy, get her
Yeah.
Tommy, get her Tommy.
Well,
But
get her
Kansas
to the
City
Fireflies.
really woke him up.
Yeah, get her to the Fireflies
Yeah.
and whatnot. But yeah, Kansas City, because he way he was talking to Tommy there, he's just like, I can't hear anymore. I can't move like I used to.
In the game, does he try to give her up to Tommy like that?
I think
saying like you'll
you'll have to
than
correct
you have the
me
strength to do it.
if I'm wrong. I think it may be a little bit different conversation, but I think he does try to get Tommy to at least come with, at the very, very least. But I do know that in the end of it, it's just those two on horseback again.
Okay.
And Tommy doesn't go with them.
Okay.
Or something happens. Tommy starts with them, but then something happens, and he has to go back.
Tommy died.
I don't know. Tommy doesn't die.
Oh. Okay.
But
no, Maria needs a help raising.
yes,
Wonder.
Tommy Jr.
Well, I was gonna say, do we know?
I don't
like
think so at this point.
Part 2,
I don't know.
because I know that's a time jump.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. I never seen anything really about 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean,
I know two things about Part 2.
I've seen some of the big things, obviously, obvious things that happen that's in it, but past a certain point, I know nothing. And then it gets, from what I hear, it gets really, really weird.
I know there's something to do with a guitar. That's it.
Okay.
Apparently, Ellie sings a song.
Yes,
And
I know in the opening.
Yeah, she has
Ellie
to sing a song.
is playing the guitar because Joel, I think, taught her or something like that.
Yeah, because he wants to be a musician.
Yes, he wants to sing, and now Ellie wants him to sing.
And
now
I think Pedro Pascal can sing. I want to say that he sang with Nicolas Cage in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent that just came out, but I can't remember for sure if he can sing.
I don't know.
I mean, I would assume
I wouldn't be
so.
surprised if he could or not.
I would not be surprised.
So, anyways, I don't really have much else.
I don't either. My book is
This
closed.
was, mine's shoved off out of frame.
Adios.
But yeah, this was a interesting episode. It was more of like a personal piece rather than dealing with really infected or anything like that. I mean,
Yeah, we didn't see any.
had a little teeny tiny bit of some Raider things at the end, but that just sets up for what's going to happen later.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
This is 10 episodes, right?
yes, there's 10
Yeah,
episodes.
okay.
Yeah, so we've got
4 more.
4 more. Goodness. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up right now. And thank you guys for joining us on this journey. And be sure to put any sort of corrections in the comments below.
I'm sure there's
I'm
a
sure
lot.
there will be pretty. I don't. I mean, I'm aware of the franchise, and I do not consider myself an expert by any stretch of the imagination on any of it. I just have to rely on unreliable memory.
I'm just absorbing
so,
through osmosis
yeah.
because people talk about it.
Yeah,
It's been a huge part of the cultural zeitgeist for the last 10 years. So
yeah, but
I want to say it was 2013. When the
yeah,
first one came
2013 when
Yeah,
the first one
so
came
10
out.
years.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, do the bell thing so you don't miss anything else coming out. And we will see you next time. So bye bye and be blessed, everyone.